Hello everyone, welcome to Empress Moon Tarot 777. My name is Ocean, happy to have you here today. Happy full moon day. It's March the 14th, Friday, March the 14th. Earlier this morning at 02:54, we had the full moon reach its apex. At 02:59, 5 minutes later, we had a full moon lunar eclipse. That's incredible. I just had a card fall out. Just a moment. Let me grab that. And the energy of this full moon, this particular full moon, is in the sign of Virgo. Virgo. And I will do a separate video on that, which you should have today. The energy of the full moon lasts for about 3 days in terms of strong energy if you're going to be doing full moon rituals, things of that nature. So I would do your full moon rituals over the weekend if you're planning on doing one. But the actual energy of the full moon will last for 2 weeks. The energy of the lunar eclipse is a 6-month time period. And whenever we have an eclipse cuts something out of our life, something that needed to be cut out that maybe we couldn't cut out ourselves, right? And that is usually to bring something new. Bring something new. So if you've gone through any sudden upheaval, or if you do today, try not to consider it something that is bad. Instead, see it as an opportunity to bring in something new into your life. Okay. Oh boy. All right. So here I am talking about the potential for sudden upheaval, and here we have a struggle up ahead. Oh my. Okay. Yes. We are seeing a lunar eclipse energy come out in the daily. How interesting is that? And so we have the energy of you walking away from something that you previously loved. You may still love it, but you're walking away from it. There's this energy here where you've been waiting and looking and seeing out to the horizon as to whether or not an opportunity is coming your way. This could be an opportunity with work. It could be an opportunity with love. It could be you're waiting on somebody to take some sort of action. There are so many potential possibilities here because we're not being given a definitive area of life that this is showing up in. There's not a strong focus on that. But what we do see is we see you walking away because something better is up ahead. Or there's the promise and the hope of something better. It's leaving behind something that you have invested in, that you have put so much time and effort in, because there is this desire for change. Now, the Five of Wands, when it first came out, I initially was seeing it as, potential conflict between you and other people. But we have a strong reflective energy in this reading. So I don't believe that what we're seeing here is an energy of you having a problem with other people. It's you having inner conflict about making this decision to walk away from something. There's reflective energy here in the Three of Wands where you're watching and waiting and going, okay, when is this going to happen? There's negative thoughts, obsessing, being unable to let something go that feels uncomfortable to you. And then there's inner conflict about what do you do from here. And we see with the Queen of Swords, there's the need to figure out, okay, what comes next? Where are you going? What is up ahead? And then our King of Cups in this particular deck taps into his emotions. And so we see here a strong internal focus for you on possibly over the weekend, because we were talking about how the energy of the moon would be strongest over the next few days. And perhaps over the next few days, You're looking at some aspect of your life saying, okay, this doesn't align with who I am anymore, and it's time to move on. Maybe when it comes to a relationship, you've been hoping and wishing for change, but you just don't see it. Maybe you've made change and you're waiting for your partner to make changes also, but you haven't seen it, and there's been miscommunication and struggle. Things that are hard to forgive and let go of. In this case, you may be deciding that for your own peace of mind, for your own sense of recognizing that you love yourself and you need to look out for you, you may choose to walk away from that. With the energy of the lunar eclipse, something could happen here that is unforgivable to you in the moment, and you walk on. You say, enough is enough. I'm done. I'm out. And you move on. This could be some of you in the workplace where maybe you've been waiting for a promotion, or you've been waiting to be given an opportunity, or you've been waiting to be recognized for your hard work and efforts, or you've been waiting for the workplace to treat you right, and you're not seeing it. And no matter how much you fight to try to keep your place there, how much you strongly request, different aspects associated with your job, maybe it's just not working anymore. So after a time of reflection, you say, enough is enough, it's time to move on. There are so many ways in which this could be occurring. It could be you've been waiting for a friend to meet you in the middle about different aspects of the friendship or different things, or maybe you've outgrown your current social circle. Maybe you've been waiting for somebody to reach out and communicate, or you've been waiting for somebody to come forward and say, hey, let's start again, and you're not seeing that, so you're moving on. There's so many things this could potentially be, so it'll be different for all of you. But what I am seeing is an energy of self-reflection, an energy of you saying, okay, it hasn't happened, whatever it is. You're no longer going to be giving place to the negative thoughts associated with this waiting. And so no matter how much of a difficult climb it might be to move on from this, you're choosing to love yourself first, and you're choosing to place your own desires ahead of the difficulty and the struggle. Now, the advice that we get from Spirit is to get really clear about what you want. I mean, look at her looking over the horizon here. She's having to figure out what her next moves are. She's having to figure out what the future is going to look like for her, or what she would like the future to look like for her. She's having to look back at those past decisions that seem to be holding a place of regrets and difficulties in her mind, and say, okay, there's no place for this any longer. And so Spirit is saying, get really clear on that, because what you have up ahead is emotional freedom. It's emotional contentment. This energy here is one of adaptability, where when you make this decision to move on, you find that sense of peace in your heart. You find that sense of peace in your emotions. You don't feel these intensities of difficulties, because that weight of the world, that weight of the difficulty, that weight of the struggle is lifted when you take action for yourself. So we see that up ahead. All right, my darlings, I'm going to leave that there. It looks like some of you have some really difficult decisions to make, and this may take you a little while. Keep in mind that the energy of a daily reading can sometimes go a week before and a week after the energy of that reading. Also, if you're ever drawn back to this reading at a later date, it could be your reading at that point in time. Time is really not important when we do a daily. It's just a reading that's being done today. So a shorter reading. So, make sure you take whatever time you need, but also understand that you can't stay in this energy of difficulty. Spirit is really guiding you to make a decision now about your future, and make a decision now about what it is that you want and what you're going to do. Because only in that comes the emotional freedom and the emotional contentment. All right, my darlings. Mahalo. Love and light.